Welcome back, everyone, for the 7 p.m. nightcap of this triple header. We have the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs versus the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers. A bit of a North versus South classic matchup here. We'll start with our away team, Zumwalt South. Obviously not the season they were hoping for going into this. Transfer of head coaches, Mr. Eric Mitchell taking over for former head coach Friedel. They're off to a 1-12 start. Obviously, again, like I said, not the greatest. They competed well against North Point in their matchup on 4-14, an 11-10 loss. So, they've had some really close games. They beat Montgomery County 6-3 in their lone victory, which snapped an 8-game losing streak. They've just struggled, and I think it's offensively that kind of shows a little bit. They have only a couple kids who hit really well. Kyle Kalish, the center fielder, being one of them. The kid Mashes, we'll talk more about him later. They've got Nolan Knott. He hits pretty well. But some of their more stand-ups in the lineup or standouts in the lineup haven't been hitting to what they could.
Yeah, and it just, is it Kalish or Kalish? I would say Kalish because I know some Kalishes, but. Okay,
I'll run with that then.
Yeah, and I believe that's their family. I'm not sure. But I like the North-South rivalry. I know that when I was a youngster and playing, the North-South was a big deal at the time. And at the time, it was the only Fort Zumwalt schools.
Yeah,
so it was Fort Zumwalt South and then Fort Zumwalt North, and it was the only two.
All right, we're going to jump straight into our starting lineup here for Fort Zumwalt South. Leading off is Cole Ebert. He'll be playing – oh, wait, we don't need to do that right now. Sorry. And then Xander Schumacher in the 2-spot, DHing Nolan Knott, 4-hole Kyle Kalish. Kalish, you said?
I like Kalish.
Kalish then. Brandon Waters hitting 5. Nolan Stamper in the 6th spot. Ricky Jewell in the 8-hole. Ryan Kalish in the 9th spot. And then Evan Rao – 8th spot for Ryan Kalish. 9th spot is Evan Rao. Then on defense for Fort Zumwalt North, on the bump, Eli Forrestall. Behind the dish, JoJo Cavazos. At third base, Bo Flynn. Mirroring him in the diamond, Braden Whiteside at first. And then the middle infielder will be Buddy Grosh. And at second base will be, he's a left-hander. He's an outfielder. Shipley will be in right field. Second base will be Alex Braun. That makes a little more sense. All good. All good in the hood. It'll be Aiden Barnett in center field, and then Colton Wolf rounding out the outfield. Should be a pretty good pitching matchup. Forrestall's got some pretty solid stuff. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Sports Barn. Train like a champion. 2 locations, one in Eastwood, Illinois, and Wood River, Illinois. That's the east location, and one in Wentzville, Missouri, off Highway N. Go to sportsbarn.org. Figure out which location is closest to you. As we're going to get underway, again, leading off will be Cole Ebert, hitting 290. Should be a fun little matchup. First pitch strike from Forrestall. Eli, a lengthy lefty. Gonna pump strikes for you, too.
Yeah, I got to meet this young man just a couple years ago. I actually coached his little brother, Owen, who's on the freshman team. And he actually helped our group out last year for some of our pitching stuff.
It's good times. Yeah, he's a knowledgeable guy. He was my catch partner this offseason with Post 313 over in St. Peters. Being POs, this will be over to first base. Whiteside fields. It's going to be a foot race to the bag. Who wins it? Whiteside comes up first. It'll be the first out of the inning. A ground out unassisted to the first base. Baseman Braden Whiteside. That's good speed coming out of the leadoff guy in Cole Ebert. That was quick. Hitting in that 2 spot's going to be Xander Schumacher. Hit pretty well this year. 10 hits so far in the season. Shows bunt, fouls back. I love this North team. A lot of them make up the 3-1-3 team that I play for, St. Peters, so I know a lot of these guys pretty well. It's an American Legion squad. these guys over here at Youth Baseball will cover some of that stuff this summer, which is exciting. Forrestall was pretty good for us in the fall. Could hit a little too if he wanted to. Seldom.
Seldom.
Very, very rarely. He had a couple of singles the other way. He was a good little like 9-hole guy.
Are those excuse me singles?
No, he was full swinging them. 0-2 fastball misses outside. He's got a nice little sinker. He's got some good run to it. Just the one thing I remember from when we played catch. Schumacher in an 1-2 hole. He'll line this. Third base, Bo Flynn makes a nice easy catch. Little jammed line drive, but nothing bad about that.
Yeah, that's what it's like getting ahead, right? So you get ahead of these guys, and you can, if you don't necessarily have put away stuff, if you just hit your spots, you can miss barrels and get outs.
That was something Eli was really good at this fall. Like watching him pitch, I would come in relief after him a lot, but he'd be really solid missing barrels. He'd get weak outs. Never really had any hard contact against him. That'll be a chopper, third base side. Flynn can't get there. Neither can the diving Buddy Grosh. That'll be a single for Nolan Knott, the DH. He's hitting pretty well, 308 average. Not bad at all, especially in your 3 spot. Now coming up to hit will be Kyle Kalish. He's hitting really well this season, but again, like I said, talk about that later. That first pitch catches the up and away corner. Is this a different umpire than last game?
It is, but it looks like it's the same with
similar
the
zones.
Zones, yeah.
I was going to say, we had the same fielding umpire for the first 2 games. You got to think with the lefty on, they're not going to get a crazy lead. That one in the dirt.
Usually, go ahead, sorry.
Knott stays put.
Usually in these events out here, we've seen that the umpiring has switched every game for the most part. Now that 2 o'clock game may be a little bit of an issue, or 4 o'clock starts getting guys here, so maybe get a guy that double dips. But for the most part, every year we've seen a new umpiring crew each game.
I think that just adds a little bit of variety because, like, you can't be a pitcher who's watching and like, oh, that's the zone we're gonna get. It isn't true. That hits Kalish in the elbow supposedly, and he'll take first. Forrestall working himself into trouble with the hit by pitch here. We got a runner in scoring position. Now up the 5-spot guy, Brandon Walters.
You guys want to know an interesting fact?
Yes.
I played baseball with his parents.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Just like all the Zumwalt East people?
Yep. And then the guy behind him, or his cousin.
That's funny. It's kind of cool, actually. Walters takes a swing and miss.
He's just a sophomore, too.
Yeah, that's the other thing I've noticed about this Zumwalt South lineup. They're pretty young. Kind of a lot to look forward to. Some of their better players are not seniors. I don't want to say underclassmen because some of them are juniors, but they're just not seniors. Like one of their better pitchers, Chase Bartles, he's getting the bump tomorrow. He's been solid for them. He's a junior. This is chapped. Catcher, JoJo Fields, good throw. That'll end the inning, no damage done. That's a 0 on the board for Zumwalt South. Zumwalt North coming up. We'll be back shortly. The Sports Barn trained like a champion. There's 2 locations, one in Wood River, Illinois, that's east of the river, and then one in Wentzville, Missouri. Let's jump right into this home lineup for the Zumwalt North Panthers. Leading off is Aiden Barnett, hitting in the 2-spot, Braden Whiteside, 3-spot, Buddy Grosh, 4-hole, Alex Braun, 5-spot, Bo Flynn, 6th will be Colton Wolf, 7th will be the DH Cameron Mahler, 8-spot Ryan Shipley, good speed there. And then the catcher, JoJo Cavazos, hitting in the 9-hole. Now the defense for the Zumwalt South Bulldogs. John Stickman on the bump. Jewel behind the dish. It'll be Stamper at first, Nolan Stamper, and then second base, Brandon Walters, shortstop, Cole Ebert, third base, Ryan Kalish, center field, Kyle Kalish, flanking him, Xander Schumacher and Evan Rao in right field and left field, respectively. Throw down is there, and we are going to get underway here with Mr. Aiden Burnett leading off. He's hitting well. He's got a 444 OBP. That's a nice thing to see out of your leadoff guy.
I know this might be pretty tough for some of these events and high school and budgets and things like that, but I think events like this. What do you think about like 3 umpires for these tournaments?
I think that could add a level of
yeah, let's go that route. If we had enough umpires, I'd love to go 3 because I think if we're trying to, if everything has the next level that we're trying to prep them for, if it's in college, why not we have it here? You know what I mean? And then we could work into that.
Also, it adds a level of general accuracy when it comes to calls. You don't need to have one umpire who's got to shift every single time there's a different runner on a different base.
Check swings matter.
That too. You're never going to get an accurate check swing from a left-hander because the umpire's at first. That throw high and late, beating out an infield single, Aiden Barnett. I think he's there either way on that play. No? Bit of an errant throw from Ryan Kalish that will be scored in E5.
By us.
By us, yes.
We're not the official scorekeeper.
We are not, but by us.
Oh, yeah.
Is it shown on the board? It was? Okay, then. Braden Whiteside stepping in the box now. He's got a homer this season. Hits the ball pretty hard. Lefty on left matchup. He shows bunt. First pitch misses high. Pump fake from the catcher, Jewel. Stickman takes his time. Shows bunt again is Whiteside. The catcher, Jewel, having a hard time getting the ball out of his glove a little bit.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the kind of the Wentzville School District and how North Point has and Liberty kind of impacted Timberland and Holt. The same things happen for the Fort Zumwalt schools with East and West coming in and changing the talent in the area.
Shows bunt early, pulls back, called strike. Whiteside 2-1. If I'm this North team, I'm taking until probably 2 strikes on a guy like Stickman. He hasn't exactly been consistent in the zone yet.
Here's my theory on approaching a pitcher like this, or even
that's roped foul.
That's my theory.
Yeah, that's the hardest hit ball we've seen all day.
Well, that's my theory.
Yeah.
That you don't, when you have the chance to, because hitting's hard, right? So
yes.
We know that we just saw it in a game that we saw Kevin Morgan go in, and then we saw Sansone going. It was very difficult to hit. This is the guy that you take advantage of. And I'm not trying to pick on the young man, but in baseball, we have our guys, and then we have everybody else.
That is it.
And he falls under that everybody else.
He does. There are the guys, the D1 guys, the college baseball players, the kids who are a step above everyone else. As the runner goes, he'll be in there safe. The throw just high, tag a little late. I was going to say, Stickman's thrown 16 in the 3rd innings this year, but he's got a 5.2 ERA, or 5.5 ERA. Almost all of those runs earned. He's allowed 23 hits, all singles. But still, you look at the more advanced statistics, right? He doesn't hit anybody. He doesn't walk anybody. But he also doesn't strike anyone out.
Yeah, he's got some walks. He got 8 walks to 6 Ks, so his high whip numbers. But the key for me is, what are those singles?
Correct.
What are they leading into? How much of his defense is lacking?
Yeah. Well, also, you see a 319 opponent's batting average against, it's never a good sign. Obviously, young kid working to get around it. That misses high above the head of Whiteside. He'll take his base. Stepping in will be the 3-spot guy, Buddy Grosh. He's a good hitter. He's a good kid.
I like that you say that he's a good kid, and you're 17 years old, about the same age as these guys. And you're like, he's a good kid.
He's a sophomore. I can say that. He's 15. I'm 17. I'm almost 18, actually. I will say this. I'm a young senior because I don't turn 18 until after I graduate, which is a shame.
When's your birthday?
June 8th.
June 26th.
Ooh.
But you're not the same.
No, we're not. That fastball misses high to Grosh.
You know who was born on June 26th?
Who?
Derek Jeter.
Ooh.
Was he really? Oh, that would have been. No wonder I got them hips like Shakira. I got that from Sharon Elvis's birthday.
That's funny. Stickman a junior this year. He's got one more year to try and figure out, develop a little bit. That ball laced, likely over the head of the left fielder. It will drop in the corner, bounce over the wall. That is an automatic double for Buddy Grosh. 2 runs will score. They might send Whiteside back to first after that.
Third,
that's what I mean. Please ignore me.
No, we don't want to.
No, don't. You don't?
No.
You should.
I want to learn about financial algebra.
You're never going to let that go, are
No,
you?
I still don't know what it is. That's financial algebra. Ball bounces fair, 30 feet foul.
Okay. Stepping in now, Alex Braun, the 4-spot guy. He hits the ball pretty hard. I play Legion with him, too. He was fun at practice this year. Pretty solid defensively. Okay, financial algebra is literally 8th grade algebra, but you put dollar signs in front of it and add taxes to the lesson plan. And that's basically the gist. As Stickman delivers a first pitch strike. Two runners in scoring position, nobody out. That's a ball outside.
You could tell some of the, just when we talk about sports IQ, like we talked about earlier, being left-handed and pitching from the windup, you're just allowing the third baseman to go as far as he wants in this situation. And when you're a team that needs to limit runs, these are moments that you'd like to try to teach the young fella to throw from the stretch.
You should, yeah, I don't, as a righty here, I'd still be in the stretch. Because if he gets too far off and I have a smart enough third baseman, and that'll be a punch out for Stickman looking, curveball, catches that top corner, which he called in the first inning, or the top of the first, so I don't know. Braun talking to his third baseman, Bo Flynn, as he steps in.
This is why you don't give away strikes with a young man like this, because you can't let him just thumb the baseball and hit corners, right? You're not going to hit him hard anyway, so if he makes a mistake, you got to send it.
Oh, absolutely. I could not agree more there. That one will miss up to Flynn. Flynn's someone I worked out with in the offseason, too. He's sharp off the mound and in the field. Like, for sure, he's one of those guys who you can kind of put anywhere in the infield. He'll play well. He'll hit well wherever you plug him in the lineup. His club team is Wow Factor, which is like one of those teams you hear a lot about who play in high-level tournaments. I mean, he's a pretty solid arm off the mound, too. Should be fun.
Is he a national-style player?
I do believe he is a Nationals, yes. What is it?
What?
Did I answer that question right? I feel like I did.
No, is he a national player for Wow Factor?
Yes. Yeah. He goes and plays in like the PG tournaments in like Georgia and all that fun
Gotcha.
stuff. Yeah. He's 2-1 right now. Foul this one back. He wants that back. That's a ball you take the other way pretty well. Drive that. Right fielder's playing a little shallow. It's Schumacher.
Yeah, he's got little wheels out there. He's playing the line a little too much for me with the kind of velocity that you have on a bump. You know, it's probably going to pull a lot of baseballs.
I mean, look at
Massive
this gap.
gap.
Yeah, right center. That's 130, 140 feet in between those outfielders. His Bo goes down swinging.
Back-to-back Ks.
That's good stuff from the young man, John Stickman. Now stepping in, the Colton Wolf. I don't know much about Colton, actually. I know I've heard good things. He's hitting 250, so he's there, but I don't know much else about him personally. Stickman laboring a little bit, only giving up a run. I mean, he's also only thrown 13 pitches. Sorry, 21. I misread that. Could be worse. Also, you got to think, North can't get away with squandering this opportunity. They got runners in scoring position early.
Yeah, definitely runners at second, third, nobody out. You know, this is where you kind of sacrifice maybe your stats for an RBI, so a nice little pop-up to the outfield, sac fly RBI.
You don't need to drive the ball along the way here. This is where you do the team thing and just do a job. Take that in the dirt. Running from third will be Whiteside. He'll score standing up. That'll be the second run of the inning for the Panthers. Now standing on third is Buddy Grosh, who hit that ground rule double earlier in the inning. Colton Wolf standing in, 2-1, 2 outs. You know anything about Colton Wolf, Mitch?
I do not.
Okay.
It's my first time seeing this young man. Based on the spelling, I was trying to see if he was related to anybody that was in the Fort Zumwalt West area. I'm not sure. Maybe if he gets the player of the game opportunity, we'll ask.
We'll take that one low. For some reason, he decided to hold up over there his buddy Grosh.
Yeah, coaches went over there and chirped him. He turned his back to us. I don't know what he said there, but I'm sure it was.
Little score update as he heads back to the mound. Howell Central beats Liberty 17-6, which is wow. Howell beat Howell North 4-1, and then Zumwalt West beats Troy 10-0. That's lined up the middle. Center fielder, good jump. We'll get it. It's 2-0. Zumwalt North leads. Zumwalt South headed up here in the top of the second shortly. Champion, the Sports Barn, 2 locations, one in Wood River and one in Wentzville, Missouri. Now we're going to move into our first player spotlight, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. Opening day is just a few weeks away now, May 26th. Going to be a beautiful night here. It'll be $2 Tuesdays, so $2 concessions and entry tickets. The national anthem performance will be St. Louis legend performed by Charles Glenn. And be here, don't miss the action, pack the house. Let's jump into our first player spotlight. Eli Forrestal, starting pitcher for the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers. Eli, 13 1/3 innings, now 14 1/3 after that shutdown first he had. A 5.78 ERA. He started 2 games, he's 1-1. He's started 2 games, pitched in 4, 16 hits allowed, 2 bombs given up this year. Now, I will say Zumwalt North doesn't play on the biggest of fields, but that's never a great look. Having a bit of a walk issue with 9 of those, but 14 strikeouts, so 13 strikeouts, so nothing bad there. 4 wild pitching. He's been solid there. He will get his job done. He goes out there and does what he can to the best of his ability. He's a good kid.
Miss Barrels.
Yeah, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. It's more than just nights like this with your O'Fallon Hoots. Don't miss the fan favorite nights like Bark in the Park, Military Appreciation Night, Team USA, and Youth Sports Appreciation Night, which is on June 11th. Nonstop fun all summer long with something for everyone at the ballpark. Check your schedules and plan your next night out. I'm going to a couple of Hoots games this summer, that's for sure. As Forrestal here 1-1 on number 1, Nolan Stamper. He takes a big hack, swings and misses. Nolan only hit a .143, so a bit of a slow start midway through his season here. I mean, they've only played 11 games, they've only played 13 games, so I feel like they're a little, compared to like the 10-10 North Point Grizzlies, they haven't played as many games, so it's a smaller sample size, so you don't get to see as much.
Yeah, and then maybe that's by design. Maybe that's they understand where they're at, and so they maybe want to spend some more time trying to focus on some things. But again, the argument with average.
Yeah, it's never crazy. He's got a 294 OBP. Like, the kid can get on base, he can work a walk, he can reach on an error. So maybe he's just getting unlucky, which is always entirely possible.
Yeah, he's getting regular playing time, so he's an everyday guy. It's important for him to get on there. Just doesn't fall your way sometimes.
Yep. Ricky Jewell popping in the box now. The catcher hitting in the 7 spot. Get his first look at the left-hander, Forrestal. Land that backdoor breaker. He's got a really nice curveball. It's a slider, but he calls it a curveball.
Is that because of the spin on it?
Yeah, it's because of the way it moves, by definition, yes.
Gotcha.
But, okay, so for me, right, I spike my curveball, and it moves like a slider, but I have to think curveball to throw it as he singles through the 6-hole gap there. That was pretty hard hit. Caught that one right out in front. Good piece of hitting.
Catch barrels. Name of the game when you're hitting.
Hit it where they ain't. He did just that there on Buddy Grosh at short.
The game is so much easier from this side of the stands.
Oh, it is.
You know, for me, it's what I loved about the game of baseball is I really did play it to just do my best, and whatever happened.
Yeah, I like that.
It was easy for me. Nobody likes to fail, right? But at the end of the day, if I felt like I played my hardest, you can't take that away from me.
I like that too. Chase Bartles on a pinch run for the catcher. Big hack from number 8, Ryan Kalish. He's got a 375 OBP. Like the OBPs for some of these, they're high. It's just that the average doesn't reflect this, which is.
Well, they're going to struggle. They're young again, going back to just the experiences. One of the things that I was going to talk about earlier with the Fort Zumwalt South team is that coach has to try to make sure these young players stay focused, right? Trying to stay sharp, not get discouraged because of maybe the record or the lack of scoring runs, because you're still just freshmen, sophomores. Even some of the juniors are getting first-time opportunities with how good they've been for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way as a new head coach to keep them motivated.
Bartles takes off running. The throw offline. The tag not in time. A late apply from Alex Braun. That is Chase's second stolen base of the year. Only his second attempt, too. So, yeah, Chase.
Take that, 2 for 2, right?
Yes, sir. I worked out with him this offseason. He's going to be a good pitcher. He throws the ball hard for his size. He'll run it up there about 81, 82. He's going to start for them tomorrow, I believe. But he's fun. He's a fun kid. He's cool. I like him. Forrestall. And the 0-2 count fouls that one back. JoJo has just been rapid fire with knocking the mask off on foul balls. And I love that for him. He is an absolute riot at Legion ball because we let him pitch every once in a while because Cam is our starting catcher. And he'll go up there and throw, bless his heart, 70 miles an hour with the greatest splitter I've ever seen. It's hilarious. He was locked down in relief. No walks. That's singled the other way. But Shipley with his closing speed is there. And he'll get the out. He made that look routine. And I don't really want to say that it was a routine play. That was hit really well.
That's just routine.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Those are the expectations that we should set for our young athletes. That even like, and I get excited too. So trust me, I get it. But that needs to be an everyday thing.
Okay, I respect that. I understand. Evan Rao stepping in for Zumwalt South. He's the 9 spot runner on second with pretty good speed. So you got to think a single here could possibly score him.
It's a former teammate of yours, right? Didn't he play with you with the Prime on Prime's
Rao?
team? Yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh, it's been a minute. I don't remember playing with him, but yes, he was there. Like, I remember playing with the name, but I don't remember how he played. Did he play for Schwartz? Did he play for Logan?
Not sure.
I don't know that he did. You know Logan's now the interim head coach of his college baseball team, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so the head coach at Harris Stowe stepped down, and the AD couldn't find anybody, so he looked at Logan and said, "You're the oldest guy here. You're in charge now." Forrestall, good look back. It's a swing and a miss, which I thought was kind of funny to hear.
Player coach, huh?
Yeah. He plugs himself in the 5 spot, and he won't pitch himself, from what I've heard from people who play.
I love that.
Look at that
That's an owl.
Owl in the outfield.
That's a hoot, too.
We are at the O'Fallon Hoots. That's pretty cool.
What a mascot.
What a great moment there.
Did you just release him back there? Did you press the button and release him?
We definitely got that on camera. That's awesome. 1-2 the count. Forrestall is doing a good job here as a lefty holding on the runner. He'll look back and give you a high leg kick, make it look like he's going to turn. He's holding Bartles, the runner, at second close.
Oh, he's going to catch
That's
it.
lined up the middle. It'll drop in front of the center fielder, Barnett. Bartles rounding third. There won't be a play at the plate as he'll score standing up. Closing in the deficit are the Bulldogs. A clutch single from the 9-hole hitter, Evan Rao. That's going to turn this lineup over and give the speedy Cole Ebert a chance to do a little more damage. That's timely hitting if I've ever seen it.
How awesome would it have been if that owl would have just swooped down and picked it up like it was like a rat running across a field or something?
That would have been so funny. What do you do there as an official? Do you just dead ball?
Yeah, you have to.
Ground rule double? Let's see where he drops it. If he drops it over the fence, is that considered a home run then? Ooh, Forstall yanks that fastball in a little. I will say Eli's last start of the year in this fall was against one of those Red Hawks squads that's pretty solid. They put up 6 runs against him. But I think the issue with that was he was leaving everything over the plate. Have you ever heard missing like over the heart of the plate too much? Like he threw too many strikes.
Yeah, there's a real thing.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our biggest hurdles with
That pitch. Outside corner for a strike.
with Alex White, who pitches for North Point, one of our biggest things was you got to get the ball out of the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
You know, you're when you practice everything, it's like hitting. You hit off of a tee, it's always in the middle. When you're throwing bullpens, it's always down the middle. You're not trying to do things and create game-like situations. Like you can't create the intensity of it.
No.
But you have to create situations in your mind.
Yeah. Runner goes. JoJo, strong throw, but offline. Safe at second is Evan Rao. Yeah, so he just missed down the middle with everything. And so it was like all they had to do was shut their eyes and swing. And if that path crosses the middle of the plate, it's going somewhere.
That's the swing hard, Casey, hit it mentality.
Oh, for
sure. That's the one I like.
That's my favorite quote of all time is swing hard in case you hit it. And that's how I like to approach the limited at-bats I get. Forstall in a bit of a jam now with 2 down. 2-1. Sinker runs too far out of the zone. Yeah, that was like it was a team we could have beaten, but you know when you're already down that much and they have do you know who Pete Cosma is? That owl is up on the light pole. I see him there.
The former Cardinal?
No, not Pete. His last name is not that. He plays at Howell Central. He's a mid to high 8s arm. He's who we had to face that day. I had a heck of an excuse me single off of that guy. It was really dope. High and in fastball, I just shot it the other way somehow. I'm surprised my Atlas didn't break. 3-1 the count. Fouled off down the line.
Like that, but fair?
Yeah, literally, except it was a line drive. Oh, but not a line
we
drive.
call it a soft.
Like 65 miles an hour off the bat over the head of the first baseman.
Is that a PR?
Yes, believe it or not. Actually, I think my hardest hit ball of the fall was a line out to the center fielder. I got like a 65 mile an hour fastball, 1-2, and he runs. No one's at third. Bo gets the tag down. They're going to call Rouse safe. Forstall blanked on the mound there. It's 3-2 to the batter, so it's a full count. Runner took off early. South showing a little bit of life. Head coach Steve Seibert asking some questions.
Siebert,
my bad.
Siebert. That's all right. I would like to see both coach kind of go out to the umpire and umpire go to him instead of talk out loud to each other. I like to see the two of them kind of keep it kind of quiet.
That Rockwood Summit Marquette game, Rockwood Summit's coach was really good about that. He would go out quietly to the umpire, wouldn't say anything until he got there, and then they would just have a conversation with each other and not with one that was projected loud enough for everyone to hear.
Well, I think it's a respect to the umpire. Mm-hmm. It's a gamesmanship thing. Like, I mean, I get it. Maybe you chirp a little bit to address him, but then you kind of walk out and say, hey, can I chat with you?
Yeah. Forstall, big pitch. Another foul ball. Working an astounding at-bat is Ebert. How many pitches is this at-bat? Because it feels like it's gone on for a minute now.
At least 6.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, at a minimum, we've thrown 6. I think it's around 8, 9. 8?
8 pitch at-bat so far.
So working a quality, it's a quab, as you would say. Fouled off yet again. Can we get him a lighter bat?
Well, I'm just going to call him DJ Khaled. And another one.
Hey, you got any fun words on your list yet?
No, but I just made that one up. You can put that on a bingo card.
That was a good one. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Forstall strikes him out. Limits the damage. Zumwalt North up soon. It's 2-1. South gets one across in the inning. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone. 2-1. Zumwalt North leads here tonight. This game is sponsored by the Sports Barn. Train like a champion. 2 locations, one in Wood River, Illinois, and the other in Wentzville, Missouri, just off Highway N. That's the Sports Barn. Train like a champion. Tonight's pitcher spotlight for Zumwalt South, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. We've got our mascot out in the outfield somewhere, Mr. Hoot himself. Anyways, there's no better way to experience Hoots baseball than with our great tickets. Great ticket options and fan favorite promotions. Check out your bird's eye view, all-you-can suites, the seats, not the food, and the all-you-can-eat picnic perch. That's got the food. And don't forget about $2 Tuesdays all season long. Whether you're coming with friends, family, or a group, there's a perfect package waiting for you. Lock in your seats now and make this summer a summer to remember with the Hoots. Anyways, under our pitcher spotlight, John Stickman for Fort Zumwalt South. In the box is Cameron Mahler. He's 1-0 right now. 2-0. We kind of talked a little bit about him earlier. Five games he's pitched in, 2 starts. This is his third, a little over 17 in the third innings pitched. 15 runs, 13 earned, 557 average. He gave up his first extra base hit tonight. That was that ground rule double by Buddy Grosh. So 24 hits now given up by Mr. Stickman. He's been one of those inning eaters for the Zumwalt squad. They haven't played a lot of games, but he does have the most innings by a good margin. Like we said, a bit of a walk problem. I wouldn't really call it a problem. I called it a bug. Oh, great play by the shortstop. Fires across the diamond. What a play by Ebert. Sliding and manages to make that play. Robs Mahler of a base hit. Spectacular. That's smooth stuff right there.
Buddy, you got me. You got that. That excites me.
That was awesome.
That's a play right there.
I think this is going to be a better game than what we were expecting, to be blunt. Anyways, back to our pitcher spotlight. He's got 8 walks, 6 strikeouts. Again, that opponent batting average against is kind of the biggest thing for me, is that 319, but the opponent's on base percentage is a 395. But he can go out there. He's still got another year to grow, another offseason to get better, and he looks all right from what we're seeing now, so hopefully more to come from the young man, Mr. Stickman. Anyways, that's our player spotlight, sponsored by the Hoots. Stepping in the box now is Ryan Shipley, speedy outfielder. He's got a little bit of pop. He had 4 homers this fall with us, all to the pull side, believe it or not.
There's no glory going to the opposite field.
It's completely fair.
No glory.
Yeah, all pull side bombs for Mr. Shipley. That ball is mashed. The right fielder back on it. He'll make the catch just in front of the warning track. Shipley flies out. That's quick work. 2 outs in the inning. I mean, good piece of hitting. I mean, he barreled that. But that's only 299 down the line, so that ball didn't go very far, did it?
I just missed.
Yeah, probably just a little off.
Just missed it.
Stepping into the box now, JoJo Cavazos, the catcher, number 2. He's going to ground that foul down the third base line. 0-1. Love JoJo. He's hit 400 this season in 6 at-bats. He's got 2 hits. A single and a double. Variety.
That's what you like to see. The thing with high school baseball and having like arms like this that, you know, I don't know where you got kind of a thumber is what like we like to call the soft tossing lefties. Foul straight back to us. But he the thing with hitting these guys is you cannot think to pull him. Even if he throws the baseball inside, unless it's one spot, one zone, which is down and in typically to any hitter, you just have to think the opposite field.
Yeah, and usually that allows you to time it up just a bit better.
It's not that you're even hitting it there,
no,
right? It's just the thought process of if I'm going that way, it keeps my hands inside the baseball first getting out in front.
Yeah.
In theory. Easier said than done.
That's my favorite thing that I've heard said about high school baseball is he'll strike out JoJo Cavazos to end the inning. We will be back, and I'll finish that thought here shortly. Zumwalt North still leads 2-1. Today's broadcast is presented by the Sports Barn, where athletes train like a champion with structured programs, camps, and competitive opportunities designed to help players grow the game. They have Great facilities at the sports barn, let me tell you. A bunch of cages, an entire turf infield, lots to work with. And there's 2 locations, one in Wood River, Illinois, that's the eastern location, and one in Wentzville, Missouri, right off Highway N, that's their western location. The sports barn, train like a champion. Back to what I was going to say before our break. With high school baseball, my favorite thing I always hear is you can go from facing a 91-mile-an-hour arm D1 commit one game to a 68-mile-an-hour soft-tossing lefty the next. And it's a wide variety. And as a hitter, you've just got to be able to adjust to whatever you see.
Yeah, and this is why sometimes you see big arms like this, you have a soft tosser behind them, is because you're going to throw some things off, timing off, whatever. And this is the thing, it goes back to how we talk about hitting. Nobody knows how to adjust these days.
No.
It's such a cookie-cutter approach to hitting, and you'll get a guy that, coach, I can only hit hard pitching or fast velo or whatever the thing is, and for me, I don't understand that.
No.
Because it's supposed to be easier to hit the guy that throws softer.
Can I say something now? You said that the coach I can only hit hard pitching reminds me of the right fielder for Zumwalt North, Ryan Shipley, said that a lot this fall. Even though he hit .430 with 4 pumps, it was mostly off those guys who were probably high 7s. But like if there were a couple of games, the first 2 games of the year, I don't think he recorded a hit and he had like 3 or 4 strikeouts because you're facing 60 poo. Or as he would say, 60 poo.
Yeah, it's still 60 poo. Everything's poo until you hit 90.
Yeah, and then then you got a guy who's throwing 95, and the next guy comes in, he's throwing 90, and then it's 90 poo.
The 90's still hard to hit.
No, for sure. I've never had to face 90 in my life, and I'm so glad. Actually, that's a lie. I faced 90 once. Sophomore year tryouts. Do you know a kid by the name of, oh my God, Schnurbush, Braden Schnurbush. 6'8" righty, super funky, 91, 92.
He's from the left, right?
No, he's the right.
I think we got it. We had a Schnurbush. We covered him, I think, in one of his starts at Liberty, right?
Yeah, he's John A. Logan. Now he's committed to Bradley. 2-0 is Forrestall here. That one right down the heart of the plate, popped up. Left center gap, the left fielder calls it. Colton Wolf records the out. Yeah, he's funky. He's grown up. He had some serious strike throwing problems in his high school days, but he's better now. A couple of more scores here around the St. Louis metro area. Eureka beat Rockwood Summit 5-3. Oh, it's state stuff? Eureka beats Rockwood Summit 5-3. DeSmet beats Chaminade 6-2. And Ozark beat Kickapoo 3-1. I don't know anything about those last 2 schools, but those are the scores from those games. I've seen you cover them, but I don't know too much about them personally.
You know what the mascot is for Kickapoo?
An Indian. What is it?
Oh.
Chiefs. Okay, I was about to say.
Oh, the Chefs. I was like, what'd I miss? I was thinking, here. I failed twice today.
Xander Schumacher was the one who flew out to lead off that inning. In the box now is going to be Nolan Knott. He singled back in the first.
I was thinking about Hickman.
Is Hickman the Indians?
The
right?
Cupies.
The Cupies. That's a fun one, too. It's good times. Forrestall misses low with that one. He's at the 40-ish pitch mark here in the third. We're not in the third. We're in the bottom. Putnam County Midgets. When you say Putnam, my brain goes to Tyler Putnam over at Battle. I called him when he played basketball. They played us in basketball for some reason. They came out and played us. And I called that game, and he had like 4 or 5 like posterizing level dunks. And it was so much fun to watch him play. He's just an athlete.
There's something different about small-town basketball in this state.
There really is. He'll miss wide yet again. Forrestall 3-2 here with an out. Not hitting 308 with a 379 OBP.
And I feel like that's because all the land in those towns are probably taken up with farms, right? So the only thing they can do is shoot hoops.
Exactly. Makes a lot of sense, logically speaking, with no fact behind it.
There we go.
Cupies took a W today, 9-5. Good stuff.
One of my former teammates is out there in that program. Been out there for years. His wife's a softball coach.
That's awesome. The 3-2 misses high and away. And that'll be a walk issued by Forrestall. His first walk of the game, but he does have a hit by pitch. Stepping in the box will be Kyle Kalish. Whoops. Whiteside holding on the runner, the kick and pitch. Yeah, seriously, his two-seam's got some good tail. You can see it moving a lot right now. Forrestal ahead 0-1. A quick pitch. A breaker that misses up top. Zumwalt South's dugout energetic as they're competing with the Zumwalt North squad here pretty well. They're keeping it close.
Yeah, they're letting us know that the pitcher threw a ball there.
Yeah, no, I had no idea, actually. Quick pick move from Forrestal. Tag not even bothered to be applied. If I'm correct on who should be going into this game order-wise pitching for Zumwalt North, that should be Kyle Goddard warming up in the pen out there in right center. Back pick from Cavazos over the head of Whiteside. Up and running now is going to be not. Good throw from Shipley. That was a strong throw from the right fielder, Ryan Shipley. Just late. The runner gets to second now.
Yeah, he did a real nice job. The first thing I saw when he popped up to throw, I could see the ball start to come out of his hand, airmail it. And the right fielder was actually moving. I mean, he didn't wait till the ball to get past him. He was moving, anticipating a bad throw, which allowed him to just kind of stay at two. And really what I liked about that, the left fielder was backing up third base.
This Zumwalt North team defensively, I hear a lot of good things about. It'll be 3-1 now. 3-1 now. Shipley, I know when I talked to him this winter, he's gone on a couple visits to places like Northern Iowa, like just, I believe he talked with the SCA coach. So he's got some potential college ball chances floating around. I think it'll depend kind of on this high school summer season.
Is he a senior?
Yeah, he's a senior this year. I think it'll be a factor in the summer season. Will kind of help decide where he goes. As that is a called strike. That's a kind of a cookie over the outer half. Don't know why Mr. Kalish thought that was a ball. The wind is picking up in gusts here. It's weird.
I like how you did that, too, because I just looked up at the flag right before you said that, and that thing was stiffer than a board.
Lined up the middle, coming in on it, the center fielder, Barnett. That'll be the second out of the inning. A line out for Kyle Kalish. Yeah, so I noticed at the pitch before that it was blowing, and it had died, and I was like,
bad timing.
Just gusts.
But that's what it is. It's swirling. We saw it in the earlier game. It would blow real hard, and then you could look at one side. The trees over here were moving, but the trees over there weren't.
Yeah.
But that's a part of the stadium stuff that's surrounding the homes.
Yeah, we're at, you pushed it down. It's lower elevation than where we are outside, so the wind is going to play a different effect once it gets into the stadium.
Are you excited about the Hoots?
Yes.
Opening day?
I'm so excited. May 26th, I'm out of school by then. That's going to go through the hole there past the diving shortstop. They're going to hold up the runner. Big turn. He's there. They're going to hit him in a pickle. Bo Flynn to JoJo. He'll be tagged for the third out of the inning. He just gave up. I think they might have called him out of baseline. Nonetheless, that on the inning, no damage done. Zumwalt North still leading 2-1. We'll be back here in a moment. Tonight's games are brought to you by Prime Sports Midwest. If you're looking to upgrade your gear this season, Prime Sports Midwest has everything you need to step on the field with confidence. Head to their website, www.primesportsmw.com, or visit their locations in Fenton, Missouri, and Chesterfield, Missouri, at the outlet malls in Chesterfield and 1550 Ocello Drive over in Fenton. That is Prime Sports Midwest. Or check that QR code on your screen to shop today. Now we're moving to our second player spotlight for Zumwalt South, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. Get ready, the O'Fallon Hoots are back this summer for another exciting season of baseball. All summer long, enjoy fast-paced action, family-friendly fun, and unforgettable nights at the ballpark. Great promotions, can't-miss matchups. There's something for everybody. Make plans now, be a part of the Hoots season. Their first game, opening day, will be May 26th, so very soon, just a couple of weeks away. And our player spotlight is going to be Kyle Kalish for the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs. As In the box now for Zumwalt North is going to be, whoopsies, Aiden Burnett, center fielder. Anyways, Kalish, highest batting average on the team by 100 points. He's hitting 457. His on base is 525. His slugging is 571. This kid rakes, Mitch.
Yeah, man. The thing that's interesting about just high school baseball is
that'll be lined over the head of the second baseman. It'll drop in no man's land. That big gap playing a fault to Zumwalt South's defense.
Yeah, maybe playing straight up might get you that. But the young man for South and Kalish, he's a kid that can swing it, and you'd like to see him in that 3-1 count take advantage of his success as a hitter, because he is undersized. But that's what the thing about high school is that you have a role to play.
Oh yeah, everyone's got a job.
Yep, and you got to play your role to the best of your ability. If you're a best hitter, 3-1 counts, you got to be swinging.
He's pitched a third of an inning this year, successfully. Runner goes. Throw beats him, bounce off the shortstop. Runner's not going to try and advance for third as the shortstop gets there to cut it off. Where's it, the second? One of the two middle infielders cuts it off. The center fielder was there to back it up, which I liked. Back to Kalish. That is the center fielder, by the way. Doesn't pitch, but hits, again, extremely well. 5 walks to 11 strikeouts, so he's kind of a free swinger, but he's got 6 stolen bases. So, he's just one of those, he does his job. And, I respect the guys who aren't afraid to strike out. So this is going to be popped up on the foul ground. Catcher gets there and miffs it. Ricky Jewell.
What's a miff?
Like a whiff, but he touched it.
Okay.
He almost whiffed, but he didn't, so he miffed it.
So he miffed it, so he
made contact with that ball.
Missed and whiffed.
Bingo.
Miffed it.
Anyways.
I got you.
That will be our player spotlight, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. Kyle Kalish.
See, here's the thing, man. I'm 46 years old. You're 17, and I'm trying to get hip to your lingo.
I understand. I get it. I'm not. That's lined over the head of the shortstop, into the gap, and off to the races are both runners. Burnett scoring easy. That ball gets all the way to the wall of the bullpen. Braden Whiteside's thinking 3. A good throw in. Misses the cutoff man. It'll be a head-first dive into third. A triple for Braden Whiteside. That's a good piece of hitting, and that's, again, where that gap, that's a problem.
Well, you can't leave it. He probably gets that anyways, right?
Yeah.
But you might not be able to get that knocked down. But that's we talked about it earlier. You make it routine. I know that's a tough play for a catcher, the ball coming back. But that if you get that out there, it helps your defense out, and you don't give that situation away.
Yeah, you're giving a really good hitter and Braden Whiteside another chance, and that's a poor choice.
You have to live it. We just saw that. You have to limit that stuff.
Buddy Grosh steps in. He's doubled already today. He's got a 500 slug. Kid hits. He'll try and check a swing, but he went around. Does anyone know what bat that is?
Metal.
That's all I've gathered from looking at it. And even then, at first, it looked wood.
It looks like a Rawlings big stick.
It does. It doesn't sound like one, though.
Mm-mm.
Found that off. He's early there.
Is that a war stick?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if the 3 lines are taped on by himself, but the war stick has that 3 lines kind of on their gear. So
he's in an 0-2 hole.
I think it's a war stick.
That ball up. Close, but outside. I thought they might give him that call.
So what we need to do is Warsteck needs to check in and, give us a bat so that we can give away. So Warstick, if you're watching.
It's a great idea. I support this fully. As a PO, we need
I want
to
a
give
fungo.
out more hits.
Just give me the fungo.
You just need a fungo.
It's got to be military colors, though. They do a lot of military color stuff.
Yeah. That one misses high. He's worked himself back into a 3-2 count. My dad bought a fungo and then started hitting with it, realized he hated it, and went back to using a tennis racket. So I have a fungo. And, I just kept it in my bag because I only had one bat. And that'll be a strikeout of Buddy Grosh, first out of the inning. I just had it in my bag, right? And first day of tryouts for Prime, one of the coaches notices, I forget his name, Earl. Earl notices that I have said fungo. He says, why do you got a fungo in your bag? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, all right. We get to the next day of tryouts, our scrimmage, right? He doesn't have a fungo. He goes, yo, you, Mason, you got a fungo, right? I'm like, yep. He's like, get it for me. I need it. I'm like, all right. These are the bonuses of having a fungo in your bag. I've had to give it to multiple coaches to use. It's hilarious.
That's why you made the team.
That is exactly why I made the team. That's going to be a roped single for Alex Braun. It'll be an RBI. Put Zumwalt North up 3-1, 4-1. Braden Whiteside scores for the second time today. I definitely didn't hit 350 with my prime team or anything.
Did you?
Yeah. I have stats to prove that.
You don't need to, buddy.
Logan did not like me, but. Yep, mound visit.
Okay. For Drew. That's a good win. That's a real good win.
Granite City Warriors beat the Alton Redbirds 7-5.
And shout out to the, I guess that maybe he's the athletic director. I don't know what he is, but he was my SID at Wash U, and Chris Mitchell does the sports stuff over there at Granite City. I don't know what he does, though. I'm not sure if he's just a... I got you. I know that his big thing was going over there handling some sports stuff originally. He was the best SID. His wife was my daughter's at UMSL and Marianne. They're two fantastic SIDs, sports information directors, for those that don't know.
I did not know, so thank you. John Stickman just getting a little pat on the back. Hey, you can do this, buddy, kind of meeting right there. He's been successful. This popped up. Foul territory. It'll land deep into the stands on the right field side. Stickman had that clean inning in the bottom of the second, so they're warming somebody up in the left field bullpen. Stickman just trying to get 2 more outs. Runner on first, perfect chance for a double play ball. Braun, not the greatest speed, though he does have 3 stolen bases, caught stealing once. That ball is hammered foul by Bo Flynn. I mean, that cleared the fence by 40 feet easy.
Yeah,
but foul. So it doesn't matter.
40-foot foul.
King of JUCO special, if you know what I'm.
Oh yeah.
King of JUCO special right there. Foul tanks. So the one Hoots game I went to last summer. Do you know who Brian Gould is? I don't know if I've told this story or not. He went 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Horrid day at the plate. But he hit 4 foul tanks, which counts for nothing, but it was really cool.
Great story.
I know, right? It was relevant. He hit a foul tank as Braun will steal yet another base. Catcher doesn't even bother throwing.
What did that have to do with the King of JUCO?
Foul tank special. He's called the he hits foul tanks all the time and
all
strikes
the time.
out.
You know what organization he was in?
Yeah, the Giants. Drafted by the Giants, played JUCO in Kansas, then transferred to USF after playing a little bit of high school baseball in Canada, where he didn't speak any English after moving here from Korea. I've watched his story. I understand his story. He's a pretty dope dude. Bo Flynn, 1 for 2. He's a fun kid. I like seeing him at P3. I don't know how he does it. He is so just like going through the motions, but extremely locked in at the same time.
I call that only because this is a player that I can think of, like Carlos Beltran. He was a player that everything was kind of easy to him. Mm-hmm. And so you're always was like, can you hustle a little bit more? But he make every play, and
you can't get mad at that.
I
mean, you can be frustrated with it, but like as a coach, you can't be disappointed or annoyed that he's going to do everything right.
It just was easy.
Yeah.
Some people are just uber athletes.
He really is a special talent when it comes to baseball. Work the count full now. Fouled off a couple pitches here. Looking to extend the lead. He'll swing and miss his second strikeout of the day. Bo Flynn down swinging yet again. 2 down. Stickman trying to get out of the inning with only 1 run across. He'll have to face Colton Wolf. Wolf hitting 250. He flew out to center in his last at-bat. Take that fastball away. Stickman's pitch count's really getting up there. Both pitchers are. He's at 60.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
That's fair. Forrestal's at 54. Stickman lands that fastball. 1-1 on Wolf. Swing and a miss from Colton Wolf. Changeup. Down and away.
Are you how do you wear your pants, your baseball pants? You wear like the mid-calf? Do you wear the...
Long pants tapered at the bottom. I don't like them hanging on my cleats.
I used to like the Manny fits.
Mm-hmm. That ball out to center. Colton Wolf hit that hard, but will it be catchable? Yes, another fly out deep to center field. Kalish with a great catch to end the inning. 4-1, Zumwalt North adds on 2 more. That'll be the end of the inning. Welcome back, everybody. Zumwalt North versus Zumwalt South contest here, sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots. Thanks for you letting us use your ballpark for the GAC Classics. Always a pleasure to be here. Great facilities. Opening day, right around the corner. It's on May 26th. They're going to take on the Cape Catfish. It'll be $2 Tuesdays featuring $2 tickets and select concessions for just $2. Round up, get your crew, have a good time, family-friendly and affordable fun here at the ballpark, CarShield Field. Again, thank you to the O'Fallon Hoots. They've all done a great job here. It's been a lot of fun. We can't wait to be back tomorrow for the last 3 games of the GAC Classic. It'll be the South. Leading off the inning will be Nolan Stamper. Then you'll get Ricky Jewell. And then after that, Ryan Kalish. Forrestall looking for another strong inning of work. His first pitch. Break into the dirt. And miss for ball 1. One out of the count. That hits him. No? He get out of the way? I think I caught a thigh. Stamper dances out of the way. I like his shoes. Pink, bright pink.
Yep, I think they're the same shoe, the Adidas Zero or whatever they were that Haas wore. No, a little different?
3-0 the count. Mr. Stamper.
They're not turf? They're not cleats?
They are. They're molds.
Oh, well.
He has no stolen bases, and he'll swing over the top of that fastball.
I got you.
Stamper looking to lead off the inning with a base hit or a walk here. And he'll work it. Forrestall, a 5-pitch walk.
We were talking on show a few times about cleats.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the old proverbial back in my day, we had one color of cleat, and it was black. And maybe the cleat was black and, black on black, or that it was black on white, or had gold in it or something. Like, whatever the shoe maker sign was, but that's all we had.
I have always worn either gray or blue cleats. I have never done anything special with my cleats. This ground ball the other way. Whiteside Fields wants to throw to second, and then a late throw to first. Everyone will be safe. Braden Whiteside drops the baseball out of his glove. That'll be an error on the first baseman.
Yep, he had the right idea, just looked up a little bit too soon trying to make a good play over there to get the force at second. I thought that was everything about it was correct.
Yep.
He was moving that direction. He just looked up a little bit too soon and didn't watch the ball hit that leather.
That's just tough luck. No other way to put it there. Whiteside couldn't execute. These things happen. Forrestal now got to work himself out of a bit of trouble. 2 on, no outs. Runners at first and second. Showing bunt early.
Ooh.
That'll be behind the runner, or the hitter, Ryan Kalish. Runner on second is Nolan Stamper. Runner on first, Ricky Jewell. Did they pinch run? Nope, that's Bartles at first, my bad. The pinch ran, or courtesy run. Showing bunt early again is Kalish. They're going to try the pickoff to second. Not in time. See if they could catch Stamper, trailing a little too far.
That's a pretty good job of base running there. I don't know if you paid attention to that, but the shortstop took off running to third base to try to get him to get the bigger lead so they can back pick him there.
Yeah. Look at where he's playing, too. Strike one in there. Missed the bunt. On purpose, they didn't.
I like that play when they run that to have the actual shortstop run in front of the base runner and not behind him, but actually run in front of him and take off in that wheel play kind of thing.
Yeah.
To kind of get him that extra step because he can't really feel you if he can't see you. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I agree. He'll foul this one back. Now he's got 2 strikes on him. You think they're going to keep the play? Or they have to let – I don't think they have to let Kalish swing it. Free swing it here.
I mean, you're at your 8-9 spot in the lineup, right? So, you know, do you want to try to put your 9-hitter up with?
Rao has singled already this game.
He has. He had a good at bat his first AB, but you know what?
That's fair. I get where you're going with that. It's the 1-2. Doesn't show bunt yet, so Kalish will take a ball high. 2-2 the count. Thank you, Mason. We know. That is a pitcher for them, Mason Grefsu. It's committed to Westminster, do you believe? Chop to the third baseman. Bo steps on third, throws a cross. Whiteside can't dig it out. And Bartles will end up on third. Whiteside looks like he tweaked his shoulder.
Yeah, I think he might have ran into him just a little bit and clipped him there, but it looks to be all right.
Smart play by Flynn to get the lead runner. So there'll be 1 out in the inning. Umpire going to check on Whiteside, I believe. Looks like he's all right. Now going to step in the box, the 10-hole guy, or 9-spot guy, Evan Rao. He worked a good at-bat and singled earlier. Fouled off a few pitches. Train?
Plane?
Automobile? Moving vehicle of some sort? Rao hitting .222 with an OBP of .222 and a slugging of .222.
So deuces are wild.
Yep. He scored a run. He's got 4 hits, and he's got an RBI.
That number's going to go up today, though.
It will, because he got singled last inning. 2 innings ago, pardon. He shows bunt. Runner slides into second safe. No throw from JoJo behind the dish. He faked to third, make sure the runner didn't go. One and one with 1 out. South dugout still loud. Fouled down the, well, at the dugout, really. High school dugouts will forever be high school dugouts.
No, they won't. It's just this.
It's just this rivalry, you think?
No, it's
just the South team.
The current situation of ball in the high school dugouts.
Fair enough.
Yeah. these things, like if you chirped another dugout or specifically an arm or something like that, there was always, as we said on the previous game, it was baseball. So therefore, if you wanted to, kind of chirp in a way that wasn't to your own team, which you could be sarcastic, but
yeah,
you had to keep everything in your dugout.
that's fair. Yeah, it's something nowadays. 2-2 the count.
Well, it was a sportsmanship with a little bit of sarcasm kind of built in, and
Now
just the way we played.
Now it's all about like flashiness and flair, and being the big man on campus.
Oh, I could tell you could not fist pump and yell at the top of your lungs.
That's grounded up the middle. Forrestall can't get there. Shortstop tries to make a play. He can't. Late on the throw was Buddy Grosh. He'll be safe at first. Another run scores. It's an RBI single for Evan Rao.
I like that by Forrestall, though. There's nothing you could do about it. He looked at his first baseman, caught it back, shook his head, and just like, you know what? Hey, let's keep playing baseball. Because that's what they're doing at the end of the day. They continue to play and just bounces don't go your way.
South team has proven they're pretty scrappy. They can put up runs if they need to. That's his second RBI single of the day for Evan Rao. Now getting another chance is Cole Ebert. He'll backpick before the runner's even in the box. The batter's in the box. Keeping the runner close. Rao also has a stolen base tonight. The runner on third is Ryan Kalish. He got on via the fielder's choice. High leg kick, runner goes. No throw from JoJo. We know your opinion on this, Mitch, but he should have thrown that.
Just somewhere.
Yeah.
It could have been a snap throw to the pitcher, snap throw to third base. I mean, the kid at third base, he's not even off the bag.
No, he's a step and a half off the bag at most.
It's a free base.
It is. Kicks, fires. That fouled off down the right field line.
What is that dugout asking for? Socks?
You know what? I don't know.
Is it the socks, the sun? They want something back. Their sun?
Now, I will say.
As in the sun, the big bright thing in the sky? That's unfortunate, son.
It's very unfortunate, son. Take that one outside. I will say, Zumwalt North posted earlier that they were playing the puppies today. So there's smack talk going on before the game even started.
Oh, I like that.
I do too.
We always had a beat Hal thing. When I was at Timberland, we always, I did. Anything we could do to try to get a little mojo going, somehow to beat Hal and Holt. It was my things. It's like Holt was always just a good team, right? And Hal always was good. And it's just every time we played him, it was beat Hal, beat Holt.
Fair enough.
And I like all the stuff that you guys did on like Barstool.
Yeah.
Like I like the fun stuff.
Chop to the first baseman, Whiteside. He'll go to the bag, but a run will score. The Bulldogs clawing back. It's 4-3.
I like that. In an inning that's kind of the way that this inning's going, make sure that you get an out here. Don't throw the ball away. You don't want anything goofy to happen.
I mean, Whiteside just did the fundamentally correct thing there. He then proceeded to check third. Did the right thing. And stepping in now, Xander Schumacher. He's got a line out and a fly out today.
Xander played for me as well. He's been playing for me since he was 14.
Good stuff. Follows from straight back. What do you like about Xander?
He's an interesting character.
Is he?
When his head's in the game, he's a good player, but for him, it's just about staying focused. But for me, he played a good outfield for us.
Did he? That's good. Yeah, he's hitting 323 right now, 430 OBP. He's doing pretty well. I like that this kind of guy in the 2 spot.
He can bunt too.
That's popped up. Shallow center field. Coming in is Burnett, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. The Bulldogs put up 2 more. It's 4-3. They're closing in. That'll end the inning. Welcome back, everybody. Zumwalt South putting on a bit of an offensive display here, getting closer. And we'll jump into Sports Barn is our sponsor tonight. This broadcast is sponsored by the Sports Barn. Work like that doesn't just happen. It comes from structured training and consistent reps. That's exactly what the Sports Barn is built for. 2 locations, one in Wentzville, one in Wood River, Illinois. The East and West. Again, Sports Barn, train like a champion. On the pitch now for Fort Zumwalt South, the right-hander Chase Bartles. He'll give you a mid to high sevens fastball. Good run, solid changeup, bigger breaking ball. He'll be a solid pitcher in this game. I think he'll compete well.
Yeah, right off the bat, end up against Naylor, who's heading to UMSL for North. He's kind of having a down season in his senior year, but he's a young man that I like the way that he plays the game, and I've actually seen him at the hitting zone for the last, feels like 8 years.
That's good stuff. Yep. Bartles on the bump, 14 innings pitched, 6.5 ERA, 20 hits, 2 doubles, so he's 0-2 on the season. I mean, 16 runs, 13 of them earned. It's kind of a rough go of it. 9 walks to 8 strikeouts, a .323 opponent batting average against. Hopefully he can be a little more shut down here today against Zumwalt North, as Mahler will step in. Cam fouls that first pitch back. His OBP is near 400, but his average is 217, so probably just getting a little unlucky. Have to think. He's got a triple on the season. He's got some wheels. That's a ground ball. Shortstop. Deja vu to the inning before, where he grounded out to the shortstop.
He's probably thinking to himself, don't hit it to that guy again.
I would be too. Ebert made a nice play there. I mean, that one was routine, but still. Last one he made before that, that one was nice.
It's the hop. It was the play that everything just led up to that was what made that play nice.
Very exciting to watch. Shipley steps in the box now. He'll take a ball outside. He's going to step off and call his catcher up to the mound. Shipley got good speed. Only a stolen base on the year, though. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, 4 total bases this season. All coming on singles with 1 RBI, but he scored 5 runs. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want on first if you're going to hit a double in the gap because he's going to score.
Yeah, he showed off some of them wheels. He even just the way that he backs up baseballs, that he's got those kinds of tools.
I concur. I agree. He flew out pretty deep to the right fielder earlier in this game. He'll take that fastball low. 2-1 the count.
I could run for a big guy, but I could not run like these dudes.
At least you're honest about it.
Well, my job was to trot.
That's fair. Hit homers, that's all you got to do.
Well, I didn't do a lot of that either. I was the guy that hit a lot of doubles and ran into some homers. And it wasn't until I became more mature in my, as I got older.
Fouls that one back over the dugout of Zumwalt South.
That I started lifting the baseball a little bit more. I'm not sure what that was from, but I played on a high school field that actually didn't have a fence.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I had a lot of doubles.
Makes sense.
A lot of doubles.
Shipley fouls this one back too, onto the roof of the building here.
We had, which we'll see tomorrow in Fort Zumwalt North, when the old ball coach was in the early days of coaching. Back in the late 90s, we had played him. I had hit 3 doubles off them, and I would come up.
That'll be ball 3 to Shipley.
And in my 4th at bat, the center fielder asked him where he wanted to play because he said he kept scooting back. He said on top of the fence. So I flared a little single in front of him. Swear to you, it was gold.
That's awesome. Yeah, Shipley working good at bat now. It's 3-1. He's kind of a base stealing threat if you let him get on. So you don't want to hand a free pass to this guy.
Brian, I just had a brain fart on the guy that was there for 30-plus years.
That ball hit well, going to be over the head of the right fielder and one hop the wall. Shipley's off to the races. He's going to trot into second with a stand-up double, his first extra base hit of the year. Ryan Shipley.
You got to see his wheels.
Yeah.
How North? Donahue, thank you. He had brothers, umpires, Hazelwood West, the whole 9 yards. It was the best because that's the day that the years that they had won state, and they had some big time arms on the bump. That back then, if they were upper eights, that was big time.
Yeah.
I had one of those days.
Oh yeah, that's good times. JoJo Cavazos stands in. He struck out to end the second inning. The one lone inning, Zumwalt North is yet to score. He'll be late on that fastball.
I don't know what it was like to play for Dunny, but I definitely, knowing him through the baseball world as I became a peer, as I became a coach, he was great to talk to and learn from.
It's always nice to have coaches like that who you've worked with or played against as you become someone who is working in the baseball world as a coach.
Oh yeah,
to talk to.
100%, because I think at the end of the day, like when you start to cut your teeth in this sport, you need somebody to, give you some guidance, words of wisdom, how they make it so long, and
that's understandable. That's a little flare off the end of the bat. A diving third baseman can't catch it, and Shipley stayed at second. He didn't know. He might get back picked. They call him safe, but it's a single for Cavazos. Little jam shot.
What a heck of an effort by the third baseman there, Kalish.
Kalish made a heck of an effort. He full laying out for that. You got to love that.
Zero care for his body.
Not at all. It's impressive stuff.
Oh yeah, we could talk about the little bit of a base running blunder there. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, he should still be able to read as he closes to start working back towards the bag. He just kind of assumed that he was going to make it. Can't do that.
No. Well, turning over the order, Aiden Burnett, switch hitter. Did not realize this. Did you know Burnett was a switch hitter?
I didn't.
No, switch hitter stepping in from the left side this time around. You don't see that a lot in high school, do you?
I to be honest with you, I don't know that we see it much anymore in just kind of all of baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because of how the game has continued to evolve, guys strong sides and, not giving away at bats. You still see some guys, but guys like Tommy Edmond, former Cardinal Dodger, that's why I brought his name up. He was better from one side than the other.
Yeah. Cedric Mullins, former switch hitter, better from the left side, staying that way. He'll foul back the first pitch. I'm curious to see as Burnett has had two at-bats where he reached on an error and singled, most recently in the third inning, and scored. So, I mean, he can hit a little bit from the right side, but how is he from the left side? Is that more of a power side? We have no idea. I understand why he's the leadoff guy now, though.
Anything that you can add to the tool bag to get you to the next steps in your baseball journey, and it's got to start somewhere, right? So whether or not this young man wants to be an all-conference athlete, all-district athlete, play college ball, there's got to be something that you're striving for.
For sure. Back pick or pickoff move over to second. Not in time. I'll say another switch hitter who I've been seeing a lot pop up on my feed, Zelly De La Cruz, as he's hit 5 homers already this year. Now it matches his total from last year. So he's taken some strides at the plate at a higher level as a switch hitter, which is impressive.
He's probably already got 30 errors on a year, but that's cool.
I have no idea. That's chopped third base line, stabbed at it.
Oh, airmailed.
And he airmails the throw as he steps on third. Shipley is going to be out. Burnett will end up at second. Rounding to score was the pinch runner for the catcher, Tyler Mathis, but I do believe, did the ball land in the stands?
It did.
So, runner on second and third. What's your thought here, Brian? No? Thinking a little bit. Now stepping up to the dish will be Mr. Whiteside. He has a walk and a triple today. RBI triple. It's important. So, good pop here at the plate.
I think Kalish had a little bit more time over there at third base that he could have just set his feet just a little bit better.
Yeah.
To make that strong throw over there, but I get it. I was once a high school kid and once a terrible first baseman for a week.
For a week. I like the – was he just out with an injury or sick?
No, it was me.
Oh. That hit hard foul.
I had a routine can of corn, pop fly, and I looked up, looked at my second baseman, went back to the bag thinking that he was going to catch it, and he didn't.
Oh, that's.
And it stuck with me.
Oh.
I think I made 3 or 4 errors in that weekend, and some of it was pretty easy. Thankfully, we could hit.
That's good.
So we just had to outscore.
Tries to float a breaker, and there he misses upstairs. Bartles throwing 20 pitches on the inning. No runs have come across yet, though only time will tell. I want to land in there for a strike. I will say, I don't know. Burnett has 2 stolen bases on the year, but I don't know if he's crazy. He plays center field, so you got to think he's got a little bit of speed there. So maybe Kalish had a little more time, but maybe got nervous purely because the kid runs a little bit.
Well, playing the position, is that what he plays for a summer team? Is he a third baseman? Is it a new position for him? That's a long throw. It's a 127-foot throw.
Yeah, sure is. Braden Whiteside will strike out swinging to end the inning. Zumwalt South limits the damage. That'll end the inning. We'll be back shortly. Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Sports Barn. From individual training to team programs, camps, and tournaments, the Sports Barn gives players a place to develop their skills and compete and take the next step. The Sports Barn, train like a champion. I've hit there a couple of times. I practiced there a couple of times. Nice facilities, good spots. They've got 2 very similar facilities, one in Wood River, Illinois, and one over in Wentzville, Missouri, off Highway N. Go to sportsbarn.org to figure out which location is closest to you. Once more, Sports Barn, train like a champion. On the bump now for the Fort Zumwalt North Panthers will be Kyle Goddard, number 5. He'll be similar to Chase Bartles in a sense. He's a high 7s arm, flick a couple of 8s at you. Good changeup, good run on his fastball, a little sidearm slot, and a funky changeup breaker. Warrenton beats Winfield tonight, 6-3. Do they have Carter Martin back yet? Do you know? You don't know? Or they don't have him? That's a shame. Carter Martin's still out with an illness. I believe when we called the G.A.C. North Classic last week, it's been over a week since they had seen him. I hope he recovers well.
He's struggling right now.
I hope he's all right then.
Yeah, he's dealing with some things.
Okay.
So for anybody out there that can, that's a good young person. So if you can keep him in your thoughts for well wishes on speedy recovery, get back to playing baseball.
Absolutely. Mizzou commit, really solid junior arm, good kid. Kyle Goddard in.
Best slider in the business.
Really. Kyle Goddard on the bump now. He's started 2 games. He's 0-2, 7 innings pitched, 10 runs, 9 earned. So that evens out to a 9 ERA with 9 hits, 3 of them going for extra bases, doubles. Hopefully looking to lock it down here against Zumwalt South. Leading off the inning will be Nolan Knott. He has singled and walked today, so he's 1 for 1. That first pitch will be out to right field. Shipley shifts under it, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Baseball economics, as you and Brian both said a lot last game.
That's Brian's. I'm not stealing that from Brian. That's Brian's thing.
You said it at one point today, did you not?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But I might have just used basic economics, as in the rap.
Oh,
basic
okay.
economics.
Sure.
It's a good rap song.
I'm skeptical of this.
Drew knows what I'm talking about.
Kyle Kalish steps in, facing Goddard for the first time. First pitch. An appeal to first. He didn't go. I see what you mean by the Zumwalt South coach wearing not that uniform. He was just in a T-shirt that happens to be red. You could say I'm wearing the same thing as him, minus baseball pants.
I think that one's a little.
I think that might have their logo on it. To be honest,
might be pink. Yeah, they're not required to. You could wear a T-shirt or
jersey.
jersey, or you have to have the baseball pants.
Yeah.
In youth sports, you don't have to. I think in Legion you have to as well, right? You have to wear a full uniform on the field as a coach.
Yes, all of my coaches wear full uniforms and with a pullover over the jersey most of the time.
Yeah.
Goddard 1-2 on him. Fouls. That pitch back is Mr. Kalish.
We had a game last summer. We went out there, and it was I guess it was a Legion team playing in a summer tournament. And we walked out there, and they had a full uniform on. I go, guys, don't ask me. I ain't doing it. They're like, Coach, you're already in pants. I said, I'm only doing it if our assistant coach does it.
He'll flare this one. Right field. This looks to get down at will. It'll be a base hit for Kyle Kalish. Kyle Kalish beats Kyle Goddard in the hitter versus pitcher batter of Kyle's. And that's why he's hitting 460.
Yep.
A bloop a week will get you 50 points on your batting average.
That's it. You knew right there, though, in that situation, somebody named Kyle was going to win that at bat.
That is very true.
I think that's observant. It's 9 o'clock at night.
You got to be alert.
The first game moved a little bit slow, so, trying to make up some time here. And
yeah, for sure. It's later than I thought it was going to be. This game started, what? Runner takes off instantly. Well, fakes, actually. And fouled back. The pitch was Mr. Walters, Brandon Walters. 355 OBP. The slugging and average are the same at 259. 7 hits, all singles. 3 runs scored, 2 driven in.
Just a sophomore.
He's a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Pickoff move over to first.
I was actually talking to his father the other night in the facility. He was up there with his youngest son, Owen, and we got to talking about this group, and he's excited for this team here in the future.
How old is Jackson then?
That's his cousin.
It's his cousin, not his. Okay, gotcha. Good to know. 1-1 now. See, I like Kyle. I watched him hit his first 80 indoors earlier this offseason. It was a hype moment for him. It's pretty cool. Shows bunt right down the first base line. It goes foul. 2 strikes on Walters now.
I think that's the thing for everybody, right? Like, no matter what it is, when you hit a particular number, it could be a lift, it could be in your nutrition, it could be a PR throwing a ball, pull downs, it could be across the diamond, your 60s, your exit velos.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing is about technology as we continue to grow it gives us a lot of excitement and then the desire to continue to work, because it does take a while.
Runner goes. JoJo. Throw will be late. Another stolen base for Kyle Kalish. That is his 7th of the year. Two now. I like what you're talking about there with the way you can constantly grow. So the way they track it at P3, and I like the way they do this. Have you jump every week, standing jumps. CMJ jumps is what they're called. And they're very unbiased, but hands on your hips. They like to down fast, up high is how they say it, and it's always fun. I started this offseason off at 32 centimeters or something, and I ended it at about 40. So we head into ground ball, shortstop. He's going to go to third. Kalish in a pickle. The runner safe at first. He'll be out at second. Good play. Heads up from the shortstop, Buddy Grosh. He's just a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. Young kid. Smart play. High IQ.
Yeah, that's right in front of him too, and that's a little bit of a blunder for the base runner there. But go back in the dugout, get chewed out a little bit, get told what you need to get told, and just learn.
Yeah.
The one thing I can tell you, my father always told me, he said, you can make mistakes, just don't make it twice.
Yeah, I like that. First pitch breaker from Goddard lands a little outside. In the box now, Nolan Stamper. He's struck out and walked.
And then he told me there was always consequences, good or bad.
Yeah.
So
my dad has told me that.
My fair share of mistakes that weren't baseball related.
Very fair. That lands just a little outside too. Goddard's thrown 13 pitches this inning, recorded 2 outs already. Behind in this count 2-0. On first is Brandon Walters. Yanks that fastball. Runner's going to get to second with ease. He's in standing. just about to look and see. Walters has no stolen bases this year. He's probably not going to run one yet. 12 strikeouts to 4 walks. Again, he is just a sophomore, so he's young. He's got time to learn. Goddard still behind 3-0. Those first 2 sliders he threw were close. Competitive. That one will miss high. It's a 4-pitch walk of Nolan Stamper. Now the catcher, Ricky Jewell. He's got a single and a reach on error in which he scored in both. South doing the same thing they've done every single inning so far. Just get on base, just be scrappy, find ways on.
Got to find a way here.
They're taking advantage of mistakes pretty well as well.
Yeah, if you're South's coach here, and after this visit, this is where you like to ambush one. So if I'm the South's coach right here, I'm gonna say, hey, it's a good time after a visit like this, maybe 4-pitch walk like that. He's gonna throw you one little cookie. Do not miss this thing. Do not miss it. And I'm not. You might pop it up, you might hit a hard ground ball, but you have to take your big boy swing.
Yeah, this is one of those pitches where you're gonna take your A swing. Whether it goes your way or not, you got to know you hit the ball as best you could in this spot. Goddard kicks, fires.
Yep.
Throws a breaker right down the middle, taken for strike 1.
Can't let that go.
No. That is, my eyes got big, and I'm sitting in the box here, and I'm like, I wanted to hit that pitch. Ricky Jewell, 0-1 here. Checks his swing. Did he go? No. 1-1. He's really using that slider a lot. Like, I'd say he's pitching backwards, but I really think it might be the only pitch he's got right now to land.
Well, his heater's there.
He yanked it last at bat a couple of times, missed that one. That one misses just high. The ball chant starting back up again from the South dugout, as if we're not all right here. Goddard kicks, fires. Chopped to first baseman Whiteside. He'll step on the bag to record the out. And Goddard has a scoreless inning for Zumwalt North. 4-3. The Panthers still lead. That'll end the inning. The O'Fallon Hoots opening day is almost here. May 26th, about a month away. Your Hoots are going to take on the Cape Catfish, kick off their 2026 season. $2 Tuesday with $2 hot dogs, soda, and beer all night. National Anthem is going to be performed by St. Louis legend himself, Charles Glenn. And don't miss the action, man. Be here May 26th. Be here for opening day. Pack CarShield. We're going to jump right into our second player spotlight for Zumwalt North. Cameron Mahler, the catcher. He's DHing today, committed to Umsel. Kid hits the crap out of the ball when he can connect. Bit of a down year so far this year. Hitting 217, but the on base is 380. The slug is 350. He's grounded out twice today, but both pretty hard hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What his at bats are looking like. Is it his senior year, so he's putting a little bit of undue pressure on him, but. At the end of the day, the reason I like this for player spotlight for Fort Zumwalt North is because he's put his time in. He's kind of been a role player, then he's been an everyday guy. He's played second base for this team. He caught for this team, and I don't know what he's going to do at the next level. I haven't asked that, but he had texted me when he committed, and Umsel's going to have a good player on their hand, and he's going to have to put his time in there too.
I agree.
Because he's going to do a Division II school in the GLVC.
He sat behind a Division II catcher last year. I forget his name. I know he went to Pitt State. But, he's truly paid his dues.
JP and Pullman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jackson Pullman.
Yes.
which he's sitting, he's at Pitt State, and Pitt State spent time in #1 in the country.
Yeah, they were really good this year.
And, he's putting his time in right now learning.
Yeah, that's
how
our
to play
player
college
spotlight,
baseball.
sponsored by the O'Fallon Hoots, Cameron Mahler. On the pitch for the Zumwalt South Bulldogs, Westminster commit Mason Grefzu. I played with him. I faced him this fall, actually. He was all right. I've known this guy for a while. So he's a good kid. More of a pitcher than anything. Has a couple of bats. 11 in the third innings. He's got a save. 9 runs, but 4 earned. All appearances coming in relief. 2.47 ERA, only 6 hits, 1 homer. I mean, 16 strikeouts to 5 walks. The OBA is 150. This is your back end guy if you're Zumwalt South, and you got to like that. I mean, they're bringing him in kind of early here, but I think it's purely because they want to keep this game close and competitive.
Yeah, they have to, right? So, that's what that South's going to ask from this young man is, hey, you might get a couple extra innings here today, and you look at stuff like that, and you always wonder, well, why isn't the kid starting? Well, maybe he's not built for that just yet, or he's young and you need to put time in. But this is a game that if you're North, you don't want to let this team hang around because that's how you end up losing.
Yeah.
And if you're South, you're going to keep this as close as you can. So if this is your arm to do that, that's the guy you're bringing in. And the big thing behind it is you go look at he doesn't give up a ton of hits. You can see that with his whip. You see that with his his opponent's batting average, and they're not getting on against him.
I did not notice the whip at a .97, but that's pretty elite.
Well, especially when you look at the rest of them.
Yeah.
Right, and how much these guys give up walks.
Yeah, he's only got 1 hit batsman this year. So I mean, he's commanding well. His fastball looked a little iffy there in warm-ups, but besides that, he was laying in the breaker for strikes. Zumwalt North's going to have a bit of a tough lefty to face here. He's crafty. He's pretty good. Buddy Grosh will lead it off. This is his 3rd at-bat. He's got a ground rule double and a strikeout today. So, I mean, he's seen both ends of success already early in this game. We'll get a fastball inside to start the AB. I mean, Mason's not going to overpower you with the heater, but he will be smart about when he throws it. That's a good changeup.
We have this conversation often about guys like that pitched in, the zones that you can get 3 to 4 inches off the plate, the Greg Maddux of the world, and would guys like that be productive or even be the aces in today's game? And Pedro Martinez gets brought up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Strike 2 there, fastball at the top of the zone.
And I feel like that's a guy that was competitive here in the strike zone, and that's how he commanded in the steroid era of baseball.
Yep. And Grefzu records his first K looking. Buddy Grosh set down on a pitch in the heart of the plate.
But that's the thing. It's like that right there, being competitive, owning the inside corner. That's what made the changeup better. That's what made things like that what made Pedro good.
Yeah.
He still threw mid-90s.
Yeah,
but again, he played in the steroid era.
He did. He didn't take him. He was an undersized guy. 5'9". That's
5'7", maybe 5'8".
Yeah, somewhere in there. He's like Yamamoto now. He's not crazy tall, but throws hard, commands it well.
You didn't see what I did there, did you?
5'7", no. Oh, I do now. Had to recall back to about 17 hours ago as the first baseman miffs that one. You know what that means now, right, Mitch?
I do.
Good. Miffed that foul ball.
It's the same thing as a muff. You muffed it.
Close. Alex Braun up. Is it? I was so burnt out on calling football. You guys better start using that now.
You don't even know what miff is, Brian.
I'm coining this phrase. Alex Braun in an 0-2 hole. Gets sorted on a fastball inside. Back-to-back strikeouts for Grefzu coming in making quick work. 7 pitches, 2 Ks. He's 2 pitches away from an immaculate inning. 2 pitches away from a 9-pitch inning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're still trying to figure out what miff means.
It's okay, guys.
Biff.
They'll never know. Bo Flynn has struck out.
Do you know what it is?
Twice. I told you. Bo Flynn struck out twice today. Both swinging. Tough look for the kid, but he is a junior. He's got one more year. He'll take strike 2. 1? I guess that's strike 1. My bad. I looked up and the scoreboard was already 1-1. That breaking ball, he's going to pop shallow. Right fielder never saw it, but gets there in time. 10-pitch inning. Mason Greffs, who shuts down Zumwalt North. Score still 4-3. We'll be back in a moment. Tonight's games are brought to you by Premier Pitching Performance. Premier Pitching Performance uses cutting-edge technology, proven training methods to help pitchers develop velocity, command, and confidence on the mound. It's a complete system built for sustained improvement. Premier Pitching Performance. Dominate the zone. That's what Kyle out there is doing right now. Shut down Zumwalt South last inning. He is a P3 athlete. Brett Graves was here earlier today to watch Nettinger and Vetter pitch, and then who started? Morgan and Sanson. All the first 4 starters today were all P3 athletes that he was here to see. So Brett, obviously the owner of P3, has a great podcast on the Y.B.M. website. Just released that thing about Boost, so it's something we as P3 athletes will be getting soon. It's exciting. Goddard gets us underway again. P3, dominate the zone. Excuse me, swing, foul back from Mr. Ryan Kalish.
Speaking of Y.B.M., we always like to give a shout-out to the crack engineers that Brian likes to call them, which is Drew and Lauren Klutz. They're on the
lined outside right center gap. Shipley can't lay out for it. That'll roll to the wall. Kalish can run for days. He's thinking 3. The throw misses the cutoff. He'll slide into third with a triple. That was a clean slide.
That was a clean slide.
That gave Trey Turner sliding into home against the Phillies.
Oh, there's some that Javi Baez. Are you upset because he's not a Dodger still, Trey Turner?
No, he's just telling me no.
Oh, that's a good
slide.
slide.
That was a great slide.
Rivaled. No,
it wasn't necessary, but it's cool. You got it. Ooh, plunked by the first pitch is Evan Rao. He didn't mean to do that. No.
This is a big AB here for the Bulldogs.
AB for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, what are you doing here? You know, you're going to have them bunt and, put 2 guys on.
This is your leadoff guy. I mean, Ebert's one of the best hitters on this squad. Sitting at a 290 average. He's got 460 OBP. I wouldn't be surprised if they had him lay one down.
I'm not a fan of giving up outs, so I'd like to see him maybe get one to hit.
I'd love to see him swing away here for sure. Runner goes. They're going to throw to the cutoff second baseman at AB, Alex Braun.
I like that a little better. I just want to see action.
Yeah.
Because it creates something. There's a kind of the cause and effect, if you will.
Yeah. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody down. Maybe 4 pitches into this inning. That misses away. He's 1-1. Zumwalt South's been taking extremely competitive at-bats tonight.
Yeah, I'm not. As a hitting guy, right, and hitting coach, and you see those situations where kids just like try to swing at strikes because they're strikes.
Yeah.
You want him having an active take against that pitch, not the slider that was a foot off the plate.
I'm with you there. I would rather him. Yes. No. Unlike what he did with that slider away, he did that with the slider away. I want him to do with that one up right there. Not that one, but the one.
Yeah, if you have to stick your backside out, you're probably at bat's done. Mm-hmm. So, you want to do a pretty good job of getting pitches to hit in that your strong suit is.
Yep. Big pitch here, 2-2. He's going to step off. think he loved the call. Working from the windup is Goddard, giving the runners pretty big leads. And that misses just up. Full count on the leadoff man, Cole Ebert.
You could see the center fielder up and down. He thought that was a pretty good pitch from out there.
That's my favorite. The 3-2 isn't competitive, and Ebert will work his walk. And then coming in, Xander Schumacher hitting .325. I mean, 430 on base, 419 slug. You can't leave one over the heart of the plate to this kid. I mean, obviously today he's 0 for 3, but 2 good hard hit flyouts to the center fielder, and then that line out to the shortstop or the third baseman start his day, which wasn't very hard hit, but he got it out in front. His bat to ball skills are there for sure. We're gonna take a quick mound visit, go over a bases loaded situation.
I think if I'm the coach from South here, I'm probably going to tell him to take until he gets a strike.
Yeah, if a guy's filling it up, which Kyle semi is, you might want to swing first pitch if you know you're going to get a heater, but you don't with this kid. And even if you get a breaker that's easy to hit, you don't want to miss hit it, especially in a spot like this where they're playing infield in. So you don't need to hit the ball hard here at all to score a run or two.
Well, you don't. I mean, you take a blooper, right? And anything that can happen for a hitter here. But at the end of the day, look at the swing that he took.
Yeah,
that's an 0-0 hack, and you had the bases juiced. What are you going to do with that pitch? Nothing, right? So and that sets that up for stuff like this.
His eyes are too big.
Yeah, again, you have moments, right? He may be feeling it. He may be having the butterflies, and trust me, I swung at pitches far worse than that.
Same, bro.
I can tell you right now, I'll have an at-bat that I can talk about for the rest of my life. I will not forget it.
That one misses away.
And I swung at a pitch like that with the bases loaded, down a run, that I already hit a home run in that game. So it tells you where I was at in that at-bat.
Well, I think something that's common with hitters, he checks, holds up there, didn't go.
I like that the field umpire made him wait till he asked the home plate umpire, which is standard, the right thing to do. Yeah, but typically you'll see a kid go like this and he immediately just call it.
That's fair. Kyle spikes a fastball.
After a foul ball and then a bad swing, he's worked himself back to a full count here.
That's why he's got a 400 on base percentage. He works competitive at bats. Works himself back 3-2. He lines this one over the head of the shortstop. It'll land in shallow left field. They're going to hold the runners at third. They're just moving station to station here. Zumwalt South ties the game in the sixth inning. My apologies. Base is still loaded. Nobody out. Nobody in the bullpen for North. Now stepping in. Nolan, not the DH. He's got a single, a walk, and a fly out. The runner's going from third. JoJo couldn't find the ball. He'll step in safe at home. Scoring that run was Evan Rao. Like I said, station to station. Tough luck here for the pitcher. The pitch comm coming out of the catcher's ear. Mound visit here for the Panthers. This South team's working great at bats. I like what I'm seeing, I personally. Like I said at the start of the game, I feel like they were underperforming to what they could be.
Well, you need time. I think it's been kind of the MO of what we've been hearing a lot this season. If you follow us in the Y.B.M club, which if you're not, you need to become a member of that. Make sure you go online and Youth Baseball Midwest. and become part of the Y.B.M club, and you can hear us talk about these kinds of conversations about teams being young, and it might be the second third of the season that these kids might find out a little bit of where they're at. And we talked about breaking that down. You know, there's roughly 36 games that I think you can play in a high school season, so very easy to break that down into 12, right? Basic math.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it.
Financial algebra. There's no dollar signs involved. Nothing about that's financial.
I wanted to say the ad tax 10%. We're out here in St. Charles County, but at the end of the day, like having the understanding that sometimes you have to take a lump, take lumps, and you just hope that you're learning from them. And that's what I like about failure is you're supposed to learn from failure. You don't learn anything from being successful.
They show bunt here. He's going to get it down. The runner scores on the squeeze play, and he'll be safe at first. Heads up by Buddy Gross to get back to second. Nobody was there. That stops any runners from going anywhere else. 2-run lead now for the Bulldogs. I'm going to add on what you're saying with failure. From a young age, I was taught that failure is an acronym. First attempt in learning. You're always going to mess up the first time you try something, unless you're just naturally gifted.
I like that.
It's so... You're going to learn from everything you do, always. And
first attempt in learning.
Yes.
All right, I kind of dig it.
It's a pretty dope lesson to learn as a 12-year-old. Figure that one out. Helps me just generally. I still kind of suck when it comes to sucking at things, right? Like I'm not good at dealing with failure, as that'll be a ground ball out to the first baseman, or second to first. 4-3 put out, and another run will score. A 3-run lead now. 8 hits for Zumwalt South. 3 or 4 of them coming in this inning alone.
This is one thing that things that you hear as a young player that sticks with you, just like you just said. I was that hitter that they basically paid me to hit the ball out of the park. Doubles, dingers, slug was our big thing, right? My dad always told me, base hits win baseball games. Right? And the thing about base hits is it's continued pressure. You hit a homer, and sure, it's a 2-run shot or something like that. It's cool. It's a 3-run shot, maybe whatever, but it changes sometimes momentum depending on if you believe in that or not.
Yeah. Brandon Walters, down 0-2 quick. Kyle working back in the zone now. I think that second inning in that Washington North Point game is a great example of what you just said. Just base it, not even base hit, but like bunt, error, and it just laid it all on.
Yep.
And that was a great way. And now here you're getting base hit, mistake, base hit, and it's doing the same kind of effect here, right? That was a defensive swing from Mr. Walters there.
And I guess my best queen under pressure, you got to say it in that voice. You know what I'm talking about at all?
The song
Under pressure.
Yeah, coming down. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
I just
you
want to make sure I
looked at me
understand.
funny.
That's
like,
going to be flared up the middle. An easy double play for Alex Braun to end the inning after much damage done. Zumwalt South takes the lead 7-4. We'll be back here in a few. Today's broadcast is presented by the Sports Barn, where athletes train like a champion with structured programs, camps, and competitive opportunities designed to help players grow their game. The Sports Barn, train like a champion. 2 locations, one in Wentzville, Missouri, off of Highway N, the other in Wood River, Illinois. Head to sportsbarn.org to figure out everything you guys need. Get there. Yeah, the Sports Barn, train like a champion. Brett Graves, a member of the Y.B.M kind of club. He does a podcast on the website. He's running a camp this summer for pitching over at the Sports Barn in Wentzville. So he'll be there. You get to learn from a former MLB and college pitcher. Played a season with the Marlins. Rule 5 pick, right? That's why he was on their roster.
I don't know that piece.
I think he was. Not 100%, but you fact check me there at some point. Grefzu on to his second inning of work. Leading off will be Colton Wolf. He's hit the ball hard twice today to center field. Just unlucky. So we'll kind of see what we get out of this at-bat. His second time facing a lefty. This one just a little different.
JV squad showed up.
Ooh, he's hit by the first pitch of Grefzu. And that'll be a quick free pass for Colton Wolf as Cameron Mahler will step up to the dish. Trying to do some damage maybe. Can't get it all back on one swing here. But you can make the game a little closer.
You know what? I love Baseball Reference.
I love Baseball Reference.
And so I'm looking up Brett to see how he was picked up, stuff like that, just because I want to be nosy. He had played for the New Orleans Baby Cakes.
Grefzu spikes a fastball. On first is Wolf. No stolen bases on the year. I don't know. I wouldn't consider him a speed threat, but I bet you if he takes off here, they might catch this guy behind the dish, Jewel, by surprise. Mahler, hard hit third baseman. We have 5-4-3 double play. 3 hard hit ground balls for Mahler tonight, all ending in ground outs.
Yeah, that might be why you have a 217 on your batting average.
That's rough. Lefty on lefty is Shipley.
You could see him trying to console him over there.
He's frustrated, I'm sure.
Yeah, but hey, that's a nice play by Fort Zumwalt South.
That is a good play. Shipley, watched him hit a lefty-lefty tank this fall. He can swing it. We've already seen that. That double he hit was hit pretty hard to the wall.
What did you call them earlier? Pumps. That's what you called them. Homers called them pumps.
Yeah.
Big Papa Pump. Do you know who that is?
Probably not. I'm assuming a rapper.
No.
No? Shipley hits this hard the other way, but skied super high. Left fielder gets under it, makes the play. Another shutdown inning for Mason Grefzu. He is fired up. Zumwalt South still leads 7-4. That'll end the inning. Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Sports Barn. Work like that doesn't just happen. It comes from structured training and consistent reps, and that's exactly what the Sports Barn is built for. The Sports Barn train like champions. 2 locations, one in Wentzville, Missouri off Highway N, and the other in Wood River, Illinois. Go to sportsbarn.org to learn more or scan that QR code on your screen right now. The Sports Barn, train like champions. This inning? Yeah, player of the game talk. You got to think, for South, my brain goes to Grefzu right now. Those 2 shutout innings are huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's not for me. I think it has to go to an offensive player. I'm probably thinking of a kid maybe like Evan Rao. I think he stepped up with where he was at. I think he's got a couple of hits.
2 singles and a hit by pitch. I like that, too.
I believe he's got 2 or 3 runs scored, right?
2 RBIs. 2 RBIs and a stolen base. I'm with you on
run scored. He got some run scored or no?
No, he hasn't. He scored on a wild pitch. He's scored twice. Okay.
Yeah, that's. I'll start there for Fort Zumwalt South unless something happens here.
I do like that for South actually. It's a good point. Yeah, bottom of the order, 9-hole guy getting it done. Evan Rao took a huge step up today. That's impressive. I like that. I think Evan Rao, and then for Zumwalt North, it's hard to say. Goddard will walk him on 4 pitches because
maybe it's a Shipley with kind of how he played in the outfield position. There's some things that he did that I think are behind the scenes that you don't get to see because there's nothing flashy about stats, right? But
yeah, I like that. Hitting wise, they're all kind of stretched. Nobody really stands out. I mean, Braden Whiteside had a walk, a triple, and a strikeout, but like, I like what you said with Shipley. He had that double. He had some good plays in the outfield. I think I'm cool with Shipley too.
Yeah, I mean, he just played a kind of a complete game. You know, my thoughts with Fort Zumwalt South is you have the shortstop from there. He's made some nice plays on the defensive side, and I think he's had an okay game offensively.
Yeah. Ricky Jewell in the box showed bunt. It's 6 straight balls from Kyle Goddard. Yeah, Shipley, 2 hard hit fly out lineouts, and then that double to the wall. So yeah, I like that complete game. Some good plays in the outfield. The way he just hustled, backed up the first baseman on those back picks. Shows bunt again. This time he goes through with it and gives Goddard his first strike of the inning. He still has yet to throw a ball in the zone this inning.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody down there in the bullpen for North, so I think this is it for him.
I think they need someone to eat in because they have to play South yet again tomorrow. That's when I'd assume that's when you're going to throw Bo. I mean, he's your high 8's arm. That's strike 2.
You can't worry about tomorrow. I don't think in conference play, especially with what North Point is. They're off to an undefeated start. You know, and so if you're playing catch up with a group like that,
it's not going to end well.
You got to win games, right? So this is the one that's in front of you. I would throw my best arms to win a ball game.
That's why I was surprised
today.
That's why I was surprised when I found out they weren't going to throw them. I think it's because they looked at Zumwalt South's record.
Yeah, good for South for fighting like this.
Bo Flynn unable to get that one. Another base hit past the left side of that infield. That's been 5 of them there now. Zumwalt South looking to add on here. They got 9 hits, 7 runs. Kyle's thrown 50 pitches. And they'll courtesy run here. Going to run is number 18. It's Tyson Purcell. He's hitting .330 with a couple at-bats this season. He's got no stolen bases.
It's probably his role.
Yeah.
To come on and run the bases for this group.
Everyone's got a job. Ryan Kalish shows bunt. Fouls this one back.
I'm not the biggest fan of showing early.
No, you drop it in late. Just surprise.
Well, I understand that it's a sacrifice bunt, but, you know, any kind of miss, right, you're putting yourself, your team at risk to getting doubled up or, you know, something of that nature. I'd like him to hold it just a little bit longer.
I understand. Yeah.
Unless you're going to, you know, kind of slug bunt this thing or pull back and swing.
Yeah, he's already showing, and Goddard's just come set. He's giving a look to the second baseman. He's going to kick fire. Pull back. They throw to third. They've got the runner beat by a couple of steps. And now a runner at second and no one at third. I mean, he was out by a mile as Nolan Stamper, pardon. Tough break for him there, but still running in scoring position with 1 out. You just got to hope Kalish can work a good at-bat here like he did in the last inning. They back pick second base. Nothing there. I mean, he had a triple in that last at-bat of his, so you got to think he can poke the ball into the outfield again. He faced Goddard already once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll single right back up the middle. Diving play,
what
Alex Braun gets it up, fires, it's late. But he does a great job keeping it on the infield. Stops the runner from scoring. Holy. What a play. Alex Braun. That's flashing the leather, whether or not you make that out.
That's a heck of a play. That, you know, little different angle. That ball that it hopped reminded me of that play Ozzie made up the middle when it kind of went behind him and how high he got his glove up to keep that on the infield there. I as a first baseman, somebody that's played that position, and you have a ball hit like that, you're yelled at over and over and over to get to the middle of the field to be the cutoff man because a runner at second base, and the first baseman took off to be the cut because that it took a heck of a play to get that, and he had to recover.
Kyle Goddard is going to get pulled from this game for Cal Lock. He's a 2028, so he's a sophomore coming to pitch. He's got 5 innings, 10 runs, 6 earned, 9 hits given up, 3 doubles. He's 1-0 on the season, though. 3 relief appearances. Not sure what we're going to get out of this guy here. But it'll be a new look for Rao. Mitch, if you're Zumwalt South here, obviously you look to score more runs. If you're Evan Rao, what's your approach? New at bat, still a righty, but maybe a bit of a bigger presence on the mound.
I'm going for it.
I don't see why not.
Don't get cheated.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay. A tough day for the Zumwalt North pitching staff, though. This Zumwalt South team came to fight.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about motivation, and especially if a team is kind of trending in that direction, and you don't want to give a group bulletin board material, right? And that's why when we would hashtag the beat Howell or beat Holt, and they'd go out and beat us, and the stands would remind us that we hashtag that, right? And you can't call them puppy dogs.
No, you can't.
If their mascot's a bulldog, they give them motivation. You do not want to give a team that's 1 in whatever they are, 12.
You don't want to give a team that's already been beat down more motivation to get better.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is, right? You just got to hope that Locke can come in here and shut this down to the best of his ability.
Well, you got to try to keep it within 3, right?
Yeah, because I mean, North's still going to come up to bat. They're probably at the top of the order. North will be starting with Jojo Cavazos leading off. I bet you they pinch hit for him. I bet you they give another bat a shot in the bottom of the 7th because they're going to play to win this game. I don't want to hate on Jojo's hitting ability, but they've got some good bats on the bench. Especially if they're leaving the lefty in the game. I'm not sure. First pitch line to the second baseman, Braun. He'll make the play this time. 4-6-3 ends the inning. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Cal Locke does what Goddard can't, gets out of the inning. 7-4, Bulldogs still in front. We'll be back here shortly. Opening day right around the corner for the O'Fallon Hoots. It's on May 26th. They're going to take on those Cape Catfish. $2 Tuesday featuring $2 tickets and select concessions for just $2. Round up the crew. Enjoy a night of affordable, family-friendly fun at the ballpark. Get your tickets now. Charles Glenn's going to be there. He's singing the national anthem. That's not something you want to miss. Zumwalt South having a heck of a day today here against North. They're going to give JoJo the at-bat here in the bottom of the 7th. The catcher. He can hit the ball well. He's single today. Back in the 3rd. This is his third at-bat here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch taking on a curveball in the zone. 0-1 the count. JoJo swings and misses it, a fastball away. Fouls this one back. Zumwalt South has a guy going in the pen right now. I'm standing with you now, Mitch.
Great.
Decided my legs are tired of sitting. Still 0-2. That one gets a little too inside on JoJo. I would have.
For me, it's not my legs.
No?
No.
I would have taken that right off the hip. I would have warned that pitch. Get on base any way you can here, especially with Burnett coming up, a good hitter. He's reached all 3 times, though 2 on errors. Do you think they're going to pull the lefty here? I don't see why.
No. But you have to have the guy up, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's understandable. JoJo Cavazos will strike out swinging for the first out of the 7th. Grefsu's racked up some strikeouts. Brian, how many is that? Is that since he came in? Yeah. He's at 3 strikeouts here for Mason Grefsu, the Westminster commit. That's a first pitch curveball hit into center field by Burnett. And it'll be 1 pitch, 1 out. 2 pitches, 1 out. As he gets the switch hitter in Aiden Burnett. Now Braden Whiteside. Lefty on lefty matchup. Power hitting first baseman. Has a triple already today, along with a walk and a strikeout. Zumwalt South looking to close this one out. First pitch breaking ball misses high and away for Grefsu. Whiteside takes again, now 2-0. Kind of the same spot there. 2-0, the kick, fire. Misses outside with the heater. Mitch, you taking here?
If I'm north?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
I'll take twice.
Okay, I like that. That runs in and hits him.
Hey, if you're going to put him on, you might as well drill him, right?
I mean, yeah. There's one way of going about it. I mean, okay, but if you're going to drill him, why waste 3 other pitches?
Well, it's just 3-0.
You're right.
I mean, you try to get him out the first 3 pitches. Couldn't do it, so you might as well just
Screw you.
yeah,
Hit him.
just drill him.
Now stepping in the box will be Buddy Grosh. He's got a ground rule double and then 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. All variety of strikeouts so far. He just needs to drop 3rd strike.
All righty, huh?
I know, right? He's doing a lot for himself. The sophomore hit the ball hard earlier. That one, right field line, foul territory. Running hard for it is the right fielder, Schumacher, but it lands in the stands. That rhymed.
Yeah, when you hit us with an all righty, I was thinking little Ace Ventura.
All right, all right, all right.
I think it's all righty then.
Oh, well, darny darn, darn darn.
All right, all right, all right is Matthew McConaughey.
All right, all right, all right.
That's a pretty good job, though. It is solid.
Thank you. Grefsu's 0-1. Taken. That's a pitch you can do some damage on if you're buddy with that kind of pop. Like, the outfield's still playing real shallow on you here. You've already hit one to the wall.
Swing it.
That's what I'm saying. You got that combat in your hand. You're not swinging it. It's a power hitter's bat. Long look, comes set, fires. Foul back. Two down, 0-2. Down to the last strike. This is Zumwalt North Panthers. They have Braden Whiteside on first. He's probably not going to run on you. I don't see a reason to. He's got no stolen bases. Nope, sorry. 3 stolen bases. He's been hit 3 times as well, now 4. That's skied foul. Right side charging over Schumacher. Will he make the catch? Yes, he will. Zumwalt South closes it out. Catches their 2nd W here against Fort Zumwalt North. Your players of the game are going to be Ryan Shipley and then Evan Rao for Zumwalt South. A good game here to end the night. We'll be back tomorrow with the GAC South. Thanks so much for tuning in.